Welcome back to Glow Up or Get Out. I am one of your hosts, Mel.
And I'm your other host, Sam.
So today we are going to talk about vaginas.
Yes.
So stick around for that. Also, we've already kind of recorded once and something happened with my mic, or maybe I just held it the wrong way. So if we're asking each other some questions, just know that if we sound funny, it's because we've already said this.
But we only recorded 15 minutes, so after that,
we should be fine. But anyway,
it's all new.
How are you doing today?
How am I doing? Some brand new information. I'm good. I'm wearing a jacket from the swap meet. I can't do this again. I'm wearing a jacket from the swap meet, as you know, we talked about earlier, but yeah, really.
She got it for $25.
Yeah, pretty excited about it.
I might get one in orange.
Yeah,
so.
You gotta come. Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet. Come through, everybody.
I love that swap meet so much.
Yeah, it's a good one. Oh my god. It's like a little hand mitten. Okay, anyways. Yeah, very excited about my jacket, so I'm having a great day. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I had a slow day. Very late morning, slow walks. Taking silly little walks for my silly little mental health, with a silly little girlfriend and a silly little dog. Just a little silly morning. Yeah, I just had like a lot of like dumb moments this morning,
right?
That kind of made me feel like slow.
But
I'm fine. Life's good.
Life is nothing but precious. All right.
Well, anyway.
Now that we've established Mel's okay and I'm great.
Fuck off.
Look, it's literally just one sweater that made my day. That's insane.
That's really great for you.
So, like Mel said, we're talking about vaginas today. If you have one, welcome.
Welcome.
Or whatever the case is.
If you don't have one.
Yes.
And you want to stick around, let it just be known that you're here to learn and you're not here to judge or feel like it's gross, like whatever, fuck off.
Or be creepy.
Yeah, don't be creepy either. Please leave. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
This is like kind of an educational video.
It's like not
as best as we can.
It's like a fun, silly little story time.
It's like who can relate.
Informational.
It's like who can relate.
Yeah.
So if you're here to just like maybe have a laugh, listen to what us people go through,
or like learn a little something like you didn't know about your own vagina.
Yeah. Welcome to those who are here.
Disclaimer.
Also, we are not doctors. We are just two people with vaginas who are living life and figuring things out as we go, as this podcast has made it very clear multiple times. We're kind of like silly little girls figuring it out. But yeah, we are not professionals.
Not
Please
a doctor.
Seek help from your doctor. But we will discuss things that we've probably taken to a doctor or have not.
Yeah.
That's it.
Experience and internet. Google.
Yeah.
That's what we have for you today. So stay tuned. First of all, the word vagina. Like, I wonder if there's people listening who are like cringing. Like,
if they cringe,
not cringing like
it's just
like
weird.
Physically like convulsing or anything.
Not convulsing.
But like just like, oh wow, like that's a hard V or something. Like,
yeah,
like personally
the V word.
Like, yeah, personally they don't use it. I don't know. I mean, like if I'm talking with my friends, I don't know if I'm like, my vagina. I don't know, do I?
I feel like we do.
Vagina sometimes maybe.
Vagina.
The cooch.
The cooch. My cooch. My coochie. My cooter cat.
Not cooter cat, dude. Cooter cat
just makes me laugh.
It just makes me think trailer park. Like cooter cat.
Not that.
Like it's like a nickname, cooter cat.
Cooter cat.
She's my cooter cat.
Not that.
like you call that your girlfriend. Like that's my cooter cat.
That's my cooter cat. No.
Anyways, yeah, the word is just like taboo, but I personally find the P word
very
like.
How do you feel about? I'm gonna bleep this out. How do you feel about cunt?
In the correct context, that word could be okay.
Like
you're calling someone that, yeah. But like saying my cunt,
funny? Like if you say like, this is gonna be like bleep bleep bleep, but if you say like you're a pussy, that sounds like you're a little bitch.
Yeah.
But then if you say you're a fucking cunt,
It's like you're a bad bitch.
it's like you're a bad bitch, or it's like fuck you, you're a bitch.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
powerful. Like cunt is powerful.
Yeah, it's
Pussy
more
is like little bitch.
yeah, it's so weird.
See, maybe that's why I don't like the word.
So do you just like say like I have a cunt, not like I have a pussy? You know what I mean? Because like one's like
one's more positive than the other. You're like,
guess
I have a
so.
cunt, not a pussy.
Yeah,
Thank
maybe.
you.
Thank
No.
you. Anyway, just
No.
call it a vagina. It's just really easy. It's a universal term.
Yeah.
There's other words like yoni.
Oh, yeah.
For some spiritual gals, I guess. I don't know if it's like it
don't know
actually
if-
derives from like a language. So I'm sorry if it does, and I'm just an ignorant bitch. But
I don't know if it's like, do you refer to your yoni as like the physical vagina though? You know what I mean?
I think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. More you know.
So the first time that I think we were like both introduced to the idea of our vaginas and all of the inner workings of our anatomy.
Was with that book.
Yeah.
Should I look it up? I should probably look it up.
I'll look it up. If you guys know what we're talking about, it's a book that has like 3 girls in a towel in the cover.
It sounds so bad.
It sounds so bad, but what
it's
is
a
called?
drawing. It's a drawing, okay? They're not actual 3 little girls in a towel on the front. The Care and Keeping of You, the Body Book for Girls.
Yes. That book was really educational as a child.
Yeah, I personally didn't own it.
I didn't either. I don't know where I found it.
I'm pretty sure the schools had to have it. I think.
Yeah, or one of my friends who was like a little more like
like her parents were like, yes.
her parents were a little more progressive. Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my cousin had it. We would just go through that thing. Yeah, that was probably like for me, like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 3rd,
Wow.
4th grade, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. 4th grade, 5th grade.
That sounds right.
I mean, seems appropriate. And then from there, we had our little one-day master class in
vaginas
5th and 6th grade. Yeah,
Puberty.
that was fun. Really just learned about shame. I feel like the message was embarrassment, and like it was like don't be embarrassed, but like in turn it made you feel like, oh, I'm supposed to be embarrassed.
Right. Like why even bring that up?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
looking back, I'm like, why did you have to teach it that way?
I wonder how else they could have taught it, but yeah, it just felt like very much. But like you were also like with the girlies, you know, so at least like you and your other girlies would talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a lot, but like not enough at the same time.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, it was just like okay, and question mark. And then the girls who asked questions were just like silly little questions. Like I remember, I don't know who this was actually. I think I know who this is, but some girl was like, I heard that if your boobs itch, that it means they're growing. It's like, where did this bitch hear that? And,
Googled it.
and my teacher, the PE teacher, I don't know, these people are experts in this topic, but she was like, just itch it. I don't know.
Also, maybe don't itch it though. That might give you stretch marks.
She said, be careful, but like scratch it if it's itchy.
That's a great answer
oh my
though.
God.
Like I don't know. It might be a fad, girly.
I was like,
look it up later. I don't know.
Google it. Ask your mom. I don't know. I'm not your fucking mom.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's not the appropriate answer.
The masterclass is just like,
Well,
it ain't it. Like
yeah.
we all need more information on a like maybe like monthly basis, or I don't know.
I want to say in 6th grade, the video was still from like 1995.
Yeah.
And that when I was in 6th grade, it was like 2009. So
Yeah.
it's a
That
cool
seems about
10,
right.
15 years.
Like, so what happened here?
And like you might not think a lot changes in that time, but a lot changes. Like it's just because the videos are very like situational. Like they're showing, you know, like girls at a locker and like they get a text from their whatever, or like a page, fucking pager.
I don't even think there was any phones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know, but it's just times have changed. Like, come on now. And then the whole thing where you separate like the boys and the girls.
That's a whole other thing. Which like I don't know how to feel about it, because it's like I think it's so important for
like a safe space
for
both
everybody to just learn about each other's body parts in a non-sexual way, where it's just like other people exist.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, it's like immaturity. The levels. The children are out, and they are dumb. Just kidding. Children are not dumb, but they just like to have a fun, silly little time and not take anything serious.
Because I'm like, how can we break these kids down so they take it serious? You know what I mean? Like serious in like a
you just can't
in a fun, uplifting, but also like this is a safe space vibe.
I think that's like third year masterclass. And we never got one of those, but facts. I think it would be like a third year masterclass.
But do you also think that we all felt that like way because our parents never really spoke about our body parts to us? Like it was like very like hush hush. I feel like it was a very just generational thing to like, yeah, don't like that down there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like not referring to what it is type thing, like being very secretive about it kind of.
I know parents who like have their periods and their boys have seen them like changing their cup or their tampon or whatever, or blood in the toilet, and it's like, oh, what is that? And it's like, oh, I have a vagina, I bleed monthly. Like obviously it's like not like something that's super comprehensible yet, but like it's still told to them. You know what I mean? So that when they finally get to the video, it's like, oh, that's why that happened, instead of like,
it's like, it's what there needs to be a goddamn rule book. Like what is the best way to teach kids
about their body parts?
But then it's also like there's like so many different like religious beliefs, you know, like
it gets
just
really
so
complicated.
Much.
That's why I think like schools and like what kind of types of schools you take your kids to, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to talk about being a parent because this is stressing me the fuck out.
Anyways, that's not the point of this.
The master class was not helpful.
We needed like a year 3 and 4 of those master classes, I think, because you grow up as a kid and like it turns from this is my body to other people interacting with my body.
Like what's okay, what's not okay.
Like we didn't have sex ed
at all.
I want to say I never ever
I never had sex ed.
Maybe we had one class session in biology about it, maybe,
but it wasn't even about sex. It was like STDs that you will get from sex, and I'm like, well, I don't even know how to have sex.
You're like, what does that even look like?
Like how is that supposed to function? I'm sure I had seen porn by then, but like I've never done the act, you know what I mean? So it's like, wow, I have never done this act and you're already scaring the shit out of me. By telling me that I'm gonna die.
That was their point. Like in Easy A.
Like celibacy?
Yeah, do you remember in Easy A? he was like, basically, don't have sex or else you're gonna die. This is STDs. Yeah, no, for sure. I think more master classes would have helped, but...
Or what, isn't it in Mean Girls where like, don't have sex?
Oh, maybe it was Mean Girls.
Blah, blah, blah. Take some rubbers.
Yeah.
True though.
17 Again too. Wow, it's just a common theme.
I love 17 Again. I want to watch that movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think those master classes were great for what they were. They definitely should be updated. Like if 6th graders today are still watching the video I was watching and the generations before me, we got to do something about that.
I'm really passionate about that, but I just don't know how to go about it.
Well, maybe someone else about listening about our vaginas is also passionate about that and they know.
I want to create like a masterclass, but
like dead ass,
like a dead ass masterclass. But like, since like maybe not every parent at every school would want that for their kids, but like maybe I can do it like after school. If you want your kids to come and learn, they can come and learn.
That I see no problem in that. That's free will.
Yeah, your
choice.
Yeah,
I'm just providing the goods.
And I think I would also make it like maybe like a 2-day, but like separate day where like one they learn on their own.
What do you mean?
Or when they learn with their parents about like the basics of their body, so that if they have questions to their parents, like their parents also are there to learn how to like talk to their kids about it. Maybe it's a 3-day. It's like the kids. Sorry, the parents are there first. They like get a master class on how to talk about their bodies, and then day 2 is with their kids, and then day 3 is just the kids, and they have like a safe space to ask all the questions without their parents. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's a thought. It's a thought.
I think it's important though.
Totally agree. Yeah, in those classes we pretty much just learned what the body kind of looked like, I think. I believe there's diagrams.
Yeah, it was like what the body might look like as it changes, and then like what puberty does, which is like you grow hair in areas, and then boobs and you grow boobs sometimes. What else? And then like obviously like the period situation, which like is like a whole ass system.
I want to say there was like a diagram on getting pregnant, like what happens to your body. I want to say like there was a 15-year-old girl and she's pregnant in the video.
Which also, what the fuck? Yeah, I think they did have something like that.
I feel like there's just more to be taught there, but that was the beginnings. That's pretty much all you know about vaginas until
like
high school, I guess.
And even then though, you're like, that's all the information you have going into like having sex if you are not Googling shit.
Or like asking friends or family or whatever.
Yeah.
Even like your vagina, like I feel like, I don't know if it's just because we don't absorb the information in those classes, because it's like the first time you're being exposed. Like I feel like you need to not like constantly be exposed to vaginas, but like
expose your vagina.
But no, but like that's the thing, is like that's where the parent comes in, or the kid who is curious has to ask friends. Like it needs to be a topic with your friends type thing. And I feel like today with the internet, it's way more common
and open
for kids to have that conversation with each other.
Yeah.
I personally know like a preteen, and her friends like talk about periods and boobs and like all this stuff. And I mean, come on, the songs these days are...
Girl, I know like a 10-year-old who like is so
like woke to
vaginas, woke to like everything, like trans, like being non-binary, and like all the nuances. Like it's so crazy to me.
I mean, that's just the generation, but it's just the generation. They grew up with it,
so it makes so much sense. Yeah.
It's very
like
interesting.
I feel like I didn't feel comfortable talking about any of that stuff until maybe I was an adult. Maybe not like a full-grown adult, but like maybe until I was like 18 with my friends, really.
I definitely talked about like periods and like middle school.
Periods is fine.
Yeah, periods was
but like the in-depths of our vaginas,
which is what we're gonna get into. Yeah. So like basically what we're saying is there was no depth
of that
to the vagina. So getting into that, I guess this would be a very interesting topic to start with. Things that you can struggle with. Personally, my first UTI was in the 5th grade.
I'm trying to think when mine was.
Or 4th grade.
My first UTI was, I think it was in middle school.
It's like, how did we not know what a UTI?
Yet.
No. Oh my God, no.
No. I think what both happened to me and you
what?
is like we both stayed in our bathing suits for too long, maybe. Unless it was like winter, then I have no clue how that happened. But
I don't know if it was winter.
That's how you can sometimes get a UTI or a yeast infection.
Well,
maybe mine was a yeast infection. I don't remember. I just remember being really itchy and it burning when I peed.
Probably a yeast infection. I don't know.
What's the difference?
Well, UTIs, for me personally, it just like burns when you pee. You have to pee a lot, but nothing comes out. Like you.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, you have to pee a lot, but nothing's coming out. Itchiness. I don't know if UTI is.
Maybe I have both.
Possible. I think it's possible.
I don't even know.
Yeah, yeast infections like itchy, discharge, things of that nature.
I think mine was a yeast infection. Oh. Yeah, you're right.
I think it might hurt when you pee too. I don't know.
Probably. It seems like a symptom that would happen.
I can't keep them straight anymore.
There's also like an aggravated level to that, which is like bacterial vaginosis.
Let's level up.
Oh
my God.
Which is more like chronic, I guess. Is that what would you say? Like chronic?
I would say chronic. It's like something that just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Like it's just always there.
It's a forever thing, man.
And not always there. Besties for life.
Forever.
Best vaginas. That's what BV stands for. It's actually bacterial vaginosis.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know for me if we like just kept leveling up or what happened. Because like, this is 4th grade, girly.
Wow.
And it was traumatizing when it happened. I had no idea what was going on with me.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary.
And you feel like you can't really talk to anybody about it.
Yeah. Like, I didn't say anything until it was literally so painful I was crying.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I told my grandma, I was at school.
She picked you up?
And I think I was, like, in the bathroom for a really long time because, like, I was trying to pee or something. And the teacher came and was like, what's wrong? And then I was like, I can't pee, it hurts. Like, I was so upset, whatever. So then I think my grandma picked me up and she was like, oh my God, what's wrong? And I think they like knew, right? Probably. So then my mom picked me up, went to the doctor, and I literally told the doctor they couldn't look at my vagina. I was like, nope.
And you're not going in there.
I was like, nope. That's not happening. And my mom was like, come on, like, it's just so you can get better, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I can presume what it is without looking, blah, blah. I was like, okay, period, then.
Give me whatever you want.
Presume.
Assume.
Assume for me, babe. And I think my mom said she had to look. She was like, I will look when we get home because blah, blah, blah,
and you're
blah.
like,
and I was like, God damn it. I can't fucking win. Anyways, long story short, I was fine.
what did they give you when you were a kid?
They told me to take a bath with I don't know if they like gave me medicine or told me to put like apple cider vinegar in the bath, probably. But yeah, they told me to take like a shallow bath, just like really hot, not really hot, but like warm water and that. Okay.
Good to know.
And she probably gave me like antibiotics to get rid of it. I don't really remember. I just remember sitting in the bath. But yeah, so I'm just like, did it escalate from there? Like, not that I didn't have the knowledge, because in that exact consultation, she's telling me all the things that could cause it. And I was like, no, 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 and no. Like, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. And just throughout my whole life now, I've just been chronically struggling.
So interesting.
And I honestly know a lot of people with it or chronic, just like chronically repetitive stuff.
Yeah.
And like
symptoms reoccur.
Yes. And like, it's just something that happens. Like, there's nothing you can do, but your body becomes immune to antibiotics. You just have to find other things to do, which I personally just take probiotics. If anybody needs some tips out here.
Wait, okay, so antibiotics are all kind of the same, right? So does that mean if you get sick with something else, like, and they prescribe you antibiotics, it probably won't work?
No, I mean, they're like somewhat the same, but I think they have different ones that go for different things. Like, because like these specific antibiotics, you can't drink, you can't like smoke,
Most antibiotics are like that though.
Some of them are not. Some of them just recommend you can only have one. But when I had a sip of whatever I did without knowing, oh my God, I thought I was gonna die. And I took one on an empty stomach. I literally thought I was gonna die. It was terrible. So maybe I was just having a panic attack. I don't know. But the antibiotics just don't work forever. And you just don't really want to do that all the time. Like, you don't want to have to go to the doctor to get antibiotics every single time. Like, it's just dumb and annoying. And they have really great over-the-counter remedies and probiotics, preventatives. Also, just like,
there's a lot of stuff you can do with like your diet too. And like,
and just like being smart, obviously, like when you have sex or whatever, like
being prepared
for we'll be talking about do's and don'ts later.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's some of the things, and then there's like more
gravel?
More
I know the word you're thinking.
More
heavy, more
like more gravity, like more anyway, more like weighted shit, like a lot heavier things that can happen to you, like cervical cancer, which you get like an HPV shot. I don't know. Did you get it? There's like a 3-step.
Yeah. No, shot. Yeah, I got it.
Those shits were hard. They were like, they hurt my arm.
Like worse than the vaccine?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, really?
I felt the juice going into me.
You're right. I remember it now. It was thick. It was really thick.
She was a thick one. 3 times. But anyway, that would happen. I feel like there's like that joke that like everyone has herpes, right? And then there's that joke that everybody has HPV. Like everyone.
Oh my God, what?
Like the last generation.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Like the generation before us, like true millennials, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Like they all like talk about how HPV is so common and like it's not that crazy. I think HPV is different than cervical cancer, isn't it? I think it like can progress.
Do you see how much we don't know? This is upsetting.
This is upsetting. But HPV is like pretty common, I guess.
I'm gonna look it up. I need to
know right now. It also fucking sucks that like symptoms don't show in men.
It's always
and then if you like have a sex with a penis, like you can maybe then get HPV.
Okay, wait. HPV is just an STI.
Oh.
It's a sexually transmitted infection. So all the men have it and they give it to women, basically, is what you're saying. Okay, so then cervical cancer, what the fuck do you call that?
I think it could lead to cervical cancer, though. It could affect your cervix eventually if you don't treat it, if you don't treat the STI, which happens with most STDs and STIs.
This diagram is too much.
I don't want to see it. There's like white things on
there
the
was
cervix.
a malignant tumor on the cervix. And okay, here comes HPV. It can be prevented by a pap smear screening and an HPV vaccine.
There you go.
So you were pretty much right.
I think that's pretty like common with a lot of like STDs, like or STIs. Like if you don't treat them, they can really
lead to something worse.
Fuck up things.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and then there's also like cysts that like you get like ovarian cysts, or like shit just goes wrong up in there. I've heard people getting cysts.
That's a story for later. No.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I thought it was.
They get really graphic though. I gotta say.
Okay. Well, we'll get graphic later. In glowing hour. Another big one.
Discharge.
Correct.
I feel like I was so freaked out by just discharge when I was growing up. Like I felt like I was nasty and weird. It's fucking normal. And I hate those goddamn stupid ass I'm pissed though. I really am. Have you seen those videos of like women or men who like talk about how women's underwear are like clean? Like I take my underwear off and there's nothing there. It's like, fuck you. That's not real, you stupid bitch. Sorry,
I've never seen that. I've never seen that.
There's women who like shame other women.
Why
for
are you
discharge.
perpetuating that?
Yeah,
it's narrative, woman.
It's really weird for you, but also
why is her underwear clean? I don't get it.
It's not.
What
true.
is she doing?
It's not real. She's just
like,
trying to flex.
But do you think it's real?
No.
Like, are there women out there who don't have discharge?
No.
I mean, that's not healthy and normal.
I don't.
She needs. We should comment. You need help.
You need to go get checked out, girl. You're real dry up there.
Your body is not doing its thing. You need to figure that out.
Discharge is normal. Let's just say that. Also, like different colors and textures mean different things. Yeah. Look it up. I don't know it all.
There's also signal different parts of your cycle.
Yeah, you could look it up, but also there's like a book that really helps you like specify each type, which is really cool. I don't have it, but I know somebody who does, who's a doula.
That also helps with like infections, right? Like your discharge can be telling to those things. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny thinking about it. I told my mom when I like first saw discharge.
You did?
Like, why?
Because it was weird.
I was weird. I was like, what's going on? And she was like,
well, yeah, because as a kid you go like
your whole life.
There's something in your pants, it's probably because you pissed them, and then all of a sudden there's shit coming out of your vagina and you're like, that feels weird.
Yeah, so I told my mom and she was just like, okay, great, that just means blah 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 blah. I remember when I told her I got my period, it was like, you're a woman now, and I hated it.
I hate that message.
Not that she literally said you're a woman now, I don't think.
But she's like,
she was just like, my baby's growing up. I was like, no.
Stop it right there.
I gotta go.
I think my mom cried too or something.
Yeah, what's with the crying?
Put it away.
Put the tears away.
I'm bleeding. I don't need this.
My moment, not yours.
Not yours. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Funny story. I got my period the same exact time as one of my friends in 6th grade.
Oh, you guys were already twinning.
It was on Cinco de Mayo. I went to the bathroom and I saw it and I was like, interesting.
That's cool?
Yeah, I'm after school. My after school.
Yeah, like daycare or whatever.
It came out and I was like, oh, okay. And then I quickly went to the nurse, grabbed a pad or something, went back.
Those massive
and she
pads.
gave me multiples. Yeah, they're massive. They're thick ass blocks that like went up to like each end of your underwear.
Thank God leggings weren't a thing then, because
that is so bad.
Like,
I got like a few pads because she was like basically telling me like, you're a woman now, like here's what
she said, you're gonna need these for a few days, sister. And you're like, what?
not just right now.
Oh, fuck.
And then I went to class and my friend got up from her chair and big ol' situation was happening on her backside. And I was like, sit down. She looked at me and I was like, no, sit down. And she was like, okay. She like sat down and I walked to her and I was like, take my sweater I think you got your
You're
period.
such a good friend.
And then I think I gave her a pad, or I told her to go to the nurse because I don't know if I gave her
You
mine.
said, I think these are mine.
I think I need these.
I don't know.
But that's what happened. And
that is...
It's like my memory of my period now. It's so funny.
Yours is so positive. Mine is so negative.
Oh, and then the next day, though, I had, like, insane cramps. And I went home early.
You were like, well, that's what I get for being a good friend, I guess.
I guess that's what I got.
No, so mine... This is not even planned part of the episode.
Not at all.
I was wearing my sister's pants that I stole from her closet.
They were white.
They were capris and they were white.
Oh.
They were Volcom. They were to die for. I was
Ooh.
obsessed with them. Stole them. And guess what? Period. Everywhere. So I wore a sweater. I don't think I put anything in. I just free bled the whole day.
Samantha.
I know. But I noticed like at lunch. So like I really only had like an hour left of school.
Oh, that's not bad.
Probably two.
You just like free bled on your white pants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was already a hot mess. So I was like, well, it can't really get any worse now, can it? Even though it definitely could.
It definitely could have.
Yeah, that was basically the gist of it.
What a fucking tragic day to get your period.
And my sister picked me up.
She was like, you're wearing my fucking pants and you just bled in them, you fucking bitch.
I don't know if I told her that I bled in them.
Well, Crystal, now you know.
I imagine I did.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm sure we bleached the fuck out of them. But...
Or your mom just bought her a new pair.
I don't know.
Or
Wow. Crystal, let me know what happened with those. If you know. Anyways, discharge.
Discharge. Very normal. Figure that out. Go and get yourself a book or look it up. Honestly, there's a lot of good information about discharge. And it's a very good thing to know because then you like don't feel weird when something looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my story. Egg white.
Oh.
If you know what I mean by egg white, then you know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
But I swear to God, the other day, it was like a full-blown egg just came out of me. Like, minus the yolk, of course. But like a full egg. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because like, I've never seen that much. I was like, this is I'm birthing something. Not literally, but you know, I was just like, what the fuck is this? So then I Google it and it's like, oh, on day 14, it normally means you're ovulating. And I was like, oh.
You ovulated a whole ass almost baby, dude.
I dodged a bullet or something because that was a lot.
I have a similar story where like it was after I got off the pill, I stopped taking it, and then I think I was gonna like in the next couple weeks or something was gonna get like an IUD. I think my body was doing some like flushing out shit. I really don't know. When that happened, I looked it up and I think it was like a very normal process that happened when like you move from the pill over. But no joke, I felt like egg whites were coming out of me.
Yep.
And then it would not stop. This is very TMI, but I just kept pulling. I just kept pulling it out.
Oh my God, she kept pulling.
And no joke, it was like the size of my palm.
So you pulled out quite literally a couple eggs.
I think like 7 eggs or something. Like it was like literally the size of my palm, just a big puddle.
You just kept collecting? You didn't toss it?
Why? It was in my room. And then I was like, what do I do with this? And I mean, of course, I flushed it.
You didn't go to the bathroom?
Well, I got out of the shower or something, and I was just like about to put my underwear on or something, and I just felt something, and I was like, this is really strange, and I just kept going, and I was like, this is a lot of shit that just came out of me.
Wow.
But I think at first I really freaked out, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I would freak out too.
What's coming out of me?
Like, am I birthing an alien?
Dude, and when I kept pulling, I was like, this is unreal. This is not supposed to happen.
You're like, where's Ashton Kutcher? Is this pranked?
What is this? Yeah.
Dude, that is so
Our bodies
funny.
do some weird shit, I gotta say.
But, like, I guess the thing is, too, like, a doctor can't prepare you for everything that's gonna happen, you know?
No.
So, like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go off the pill, and your doctor's like, okay, well, you know, there might be some things that happen and change. Just call me if you're concerned, whatever. But then you're like, when should I be concerned? Like, is this a change that's warranted?
Ugh, so weird.
I mean, better safe
It's
than
just like,
sorry, but...
always ask questions. If something feels abnormal, just ask the question.
Like, in most cases, just like the receptionist could answer it too.
Yeah,
you don't have to go in.
Yeah, you can call in and be like, hey, this is happening.
That is hella funny.
Should I come in? Like,
they're like, no,
just
go to the bathroom.
Just go flush it.
And you're like,
they would have told me, just go flush it. It's
fine. But it's definitely like taboo. This, like, that, like, vaginas all around taboo, but like anything regarding it. Like, even with your friends, you're not like, hey, guess what I just yanked out of my vagina last night? Like, no.
I think I did tell Jen once, though, like, right after, maybe not right after it happened, but I was like, dude, guess what happened to me?
Dude, yeah.
It's weird, yeah.
Because it's not like you're embarrassed, but you're also like,
it's like, should I be concerned?
It's like almost like if I don't bring it up, then no one else has to be concerned, and then I'll forget about it.
Right.
But then if I bring it up and someone's like, that's weird, you're like, oh,
it is weird.
That's weird.
You're right.
So it's weird.
I'm gonna go.
But even if they just never experienced it, it could just be weird to them.
Yeah. Either way,
so much.
It's nice to bond with your fellow vagina holders.
Just talk about it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
On a lighter note of things, something that we're never taught, but like learned through practice and having things go wrong.
Trial and error, yeah.
Is like the type of underwear you wear is super important.
Yeah.
Also, every vagina is different. Everybody's body is different.
True.
But being same or similar, like we do, our body parts do not like underwear that is made out of certain materials. It's like cotton, and also I feel like I need to let my vagina breathe sometimes in general.
I just don't wear underwear most of the time.
Yeah,
because it's just not necessary.
It's harmful sometimes.
It's just like there's so many things that could go wrong. Like so many. You don't even think about it, but there's so many things that could go wrong. Sweat, bacteria.
I just like can't get behind wearing not underwear with jeans. How do you do that?
You just get used to it.
I feel like it will like hurt, like rub up.
It depends. My vagina. It depends. Like these jeans are like
loose, like you're good,
so it really doesn't matter. But like like high waisted, like cinch jeans. Sometimes it's nice to just have a layer of cotton in between you.
Yeah.
Especially on like your period, just in case. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of, I just ordered Thinx. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, or if you guys have tried it.
This would have been a great moment.
Fuck, I paid for it.
Thanks. If you want to sponsor our next podcast,
I would love to give a honest review on the ones I purchased myself.
But anyway, yeah, I've been wanting to try things. Like they're fucking crazy.
I'm really interested to see what that underwear situation is like, if it's breathable and all that. Anyways, yeah. And I know a lot of people who just go no underwear. And like people have told me like, oh my God, you're so brave. Like for not wearing underwear. And I was like, why?
It's really normal.
I was like, why? Like, why is that brave? And they're like, I'm guessing discharge.
Oh.
Like if you were to wear like a skirt, that's when they were like specifically like with a skirt. And I was like, I mean, yeah.
Shit happens.
Go
to the bathroom, wipe it down.
It goes on the floor or it goes on my dress. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fucking pouring out of you most of the time.
As long as sometimes you don't have a glob coming out of you.
Sometimes there's some situations that call for repair in the restroom, but most of the time it's just like, oh, I noticed it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I definitely think like underwear can make or break a lot of situations in like pH levels and just like vagina health. Overall, if you're gonna wear underwear, please wear cotton.
Yes, cotton.
Wear cotton. But I know a lot of people who wear like nylon and it's fine for them. But like, I personally could never do it.
No.
It makes me
What's the seamless?
Crazy shit.
What's the seamless one? Like that very soft, like it feels amazing. Like the buttery. This one.
You did get coffee on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has cotton on the coochie part, so it's fine. Yeah, I think like that's my don't
the secret for you. Cotton on the cooch.
Just make sure there's cotton on the cooch. where the cooch meets the cotton or the underwear, like make sure there's a layer of cotton at least.
Yeah, that's true. Because then it's like I feel like the seamless one. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Victoria's Secret, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Yeah, that's my little tip. American Eagle.
American Eagle is the vibe.
Or Target.
Airy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Target has some good ones too.
It's like crazy the things you discover also like after going to the gyno. And they're like, oh yeah, you have like a really tilted whatever. Or like you have a...
Like your uterus is tilted.
And you're like, what does that mean?
Can I have babies still? Like,
yeah,
what is going on?
Like stop. Quiet down. What do you mean? So yeah. Anyways, but... Also, like, obviously certain underwears call for certain occasions.
Yeah.
Just, it's like swimsuits, like don't wear it wet. Don't wear it for too long. Don't rub situations back and forth like a thong. Like, make sure you're keeping it separate.
Intact? Oh.
Like, that's why thongs are bad. Because you move bacteria from front to back.
Ass to front.
Yes.
I get it. Yeah. Just wear them right.
Solid advice. Just wear them right.
Well, I guess like make sure that you're having
Well,
underwear
for
that
sure.
fits you.
Yeah.
I think that's a
yeah.
big part of it. Like,
Oh,
if
definitely don't go a size down in underwear ever.
ever.
I don't even care if they say runs big.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
For many reasons.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for underwear.
And then the last little like subtopic we want to talk about is like going back to like every vagina is different. There's this whole thing, I think it comes from like the porn industry and also just like the male gaze
Right.
and shit, but like having a certain type of look to your vagina, like
Having the look.
do you have too much skin? Do you not have enough skin? Is your vagina pink? Like, what?
Questions I've never asked myself until a man proposed
made
that
me
question.
Question that shit. Also, I was telling Logan about like the different topics, and she's like, "Someone's asked you if your vagina's pink," and I was like, "Not me,
You're like,
per
not me
se,
personally.
but maybe somebody has been asked some weird shit, or like,
I just remember it being like a thing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it because it's not worth it. But like, it was a thing.
it was a thing." Which is like also fucking stupid. Like, and this is why I'm like, men and or people with penises from a young age need to be taught what a vagina might look like in different forms, because not everyone's the same. And I feel like you can get a nip and a tuck for a vagina too. And that's what usually happening in the porn industry. And that's usually where boys and men find vaginas.
They need to get over it.
And they need to get the fuck over it.
Men do not care. Boys need to get over it.
Get over it. We're just here to tell you that, like, you're fine. You don't need to look any certain way.
Like, do whatever you want. Like, if the person who sees your vagina is, like, not about it, then you could have a healthy, constructive conversation about, like, different, like, maybe it's hygiene, you know? That's the only reason it's constructive and good, hygiene-wise. Or just, like, preferences, you know, like, whatever. If someone has a certain preference that you can change in that moment, you know what I mean? Like shaving or whatever.
Yeah, but it's also your body. So like,
but I'm saying if they just want to like speak on a preference or whatever,
sure.
I don't fucking know.
But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Your vagina is perfect the way it is, and let that be said and known. There are people out there who want to look at your vagina for exactly how it is. Point blank period.
Not that.
What?
Get on OnlyFans, sis. Get after it. Get that coin. Get in that bag.
That's not what I was saying, but if you want to do that, go ahead. I was just saying that there's people out there who will appreciate whatever you got going on.
Right.
And also, you're just normal. Like, don't think about it too much.
I'm just
Everyone's
sitting
vagina
here
looks so different.
thinking like, wow, we didn't even scratch the surface still.
No.
Like,
wow. This topic can go on forever. Maybe this is just like an introduction to like the vagina topic.
An intro to vaginas.
Yeah. This is the masterclass 1.
Masterclass 1. We're doing a 3-stepper here. Feel free to bring your children in the next one. Just kidding. Don't. Please don't. We cuss.
But I think that's it for this first segment. We're gonna go take a break, but
in Glowing Hour we'll be obviously drinking, so get excited.
Get excited for that.
And we'll be still talking about vaginas. We're gonna be talking about the do's, the don'ts, the fads,
and then like maybe a couple stories here and there of
our
own shit, even though we've kind of
already
said some really crazy stuff. But yeah, all right, we'll see you soon. Welcome back. You were just a quick little tune away, but we're gonna continue this conversation.
Yes.
Today we are having basically like a tequila soda with a chamoy rim, because obviously that's what we love. That's to drink what we like. With.
Yes. Let's just hit it with like some do's and don'ts. These are our personal.
Yeah, these are all like extremely story based.
Yeah, they're personal beliefs, personal experiences, and like in most cases, for most people with vaginas, I'd say don't do these.
Don't do these things.
Yeah. Number 1, douching. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, multiple technical difficulties today, but
we're back.
We're back.
No problem.
We had asked the person who kind of like dictates our iPhones. You know who I'm talking about? The S word. if
douching was like something people should do.
Why do they do it also? And that kind of fucked up our whole system. But we're back. And to say the least, I think it's still really
not a good idea. Yeah.
So douching is a don't for us personally. I don't think it's a good thing for most people, but if you find a reason to need to do that,
and your gyno gives you a heads up clear or whatever,
yeah, then go for it. But it's a don't for us.
Personally, I gotta say. Next, fragrances. We all love smelling like peaches and princesses, right? But well, guess what? That's not what your vagina smells like. It just don't. Okay,
we'll never do that.
You know, like I always hear the like, your vagina just doesn't. What?
Okay, sorry.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Different thing.
I was gonna say, oh, okay. I'm gonna say like, you know, like your vagina just doesn't smell good, but then there's like, well, how far is like too far? Like what are like, I feel like someone needs to make a clear distinction for the people who have bad, yeah,
like what when there's an issue happening.
Because I wonder if there's people getting away with it and being like, well, you're just like a misogynistic asshole, and it's like,
you might have an infection.
No, I really think something's wrong.
Maybe an infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like
I think you should know.
You should know.
Like you'll know when things are smelling a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't add fragrances.
Like if you're using products to like wipe down there or like to wash down there, which also I don't think you need to do, but you know, to each their own. Please don't use something with fragrance in it.
Or like, okay. Agreed. Yes. Summer's Eve, I think, is like the number one that's like a don't do it.
It's a straight up don't.
Stay away. You have chamoy. You gotta talk about it.
Got it.
Yep, got it. Yeah, she's a bad one. She's a baddie.
Like a
baddie. Like bad, don't go. I personally think the brand Honey Pot and pH something, they're like different because they're like essential oil base, like very natural base, not chemically changing anything. Like the point is to bring your pH level back to an acidic level, like if that's an issue you have.
Yeah.
So like I feel like there is like a fine line of figuring out if something does work for you, but I would not get that if you are perfectly healthy and fine and nothing is going wrong. Like right. You do not need it. So don't be spending $8 a month on something you do not need.
Correct.
But if it's something where you're like, this is going to help prevent my chronic condition from continuing, go for it. Try it. Like if it worsens it, stop using it.
Yeah.
There it is. I mean, they exist for a reason, right? I'd accept Summer's Eve.
Like, listen, like I guess kind of put it this way. This sounds so stupid, but like we use soap when our hands are dirty. Your vagina doesn't necessarily like get dirty, but like
your vagina self cleans.
And then like if you're having an issue though, where like you're creating too much yeast or something, obviously like that's an issue. So like maybe your vagina needs a little help. So like that's when you use like the kind of soap that it needs. Right. Like your hands would need. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bad fucking comparison, but you know what I'm talking about.
Because like I don't think Summer's Eve has. I could be wrong, but the products I'm talking about are directly about addressing pH levels.
Yeah.
Naturally, while I'm fairly positive Summer's Eve is chemically
made.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's just so many topics we could get into. Like so many. Anyways, so fragrances, yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. What else?
Put next, similar to that, putting soap, when we just talked about soap, but like putting soap, washing your vagine with soap sounds like a good idea. I don't think it is. Also, like most soaps you use are probably fragranced.
You know what's interesting? Like, men are supposed to like use soap there.
Yeah.
Like clean up.
But they have like an outer skin.
It's like outside though. Like we're cleaning the outside of your skin, not the inner workings of your.
Right. But we have like a lot of inner workings on the outside.
So like, yeah, like you could be, it's like there's a line to where you can clean up
like
too.
There's probably people who are like fragrant, like men or people with penises who have like skin allergies, and like a fragrance soap would probably
for sure
irritate
fragrances.
them.
No.
I just feel like use something very like base level that does not have any fragrance.
And like there's just like stuff that dries out your skin. Like it's still skin.
God, it's so fucking crazy.
Like you could clean like the pubic bone region. The pubis.
You should clean that.
Pubis.
With soap.
What is it? Pubic area. I don't know.
Yeah, like
just not
where your legs meet.
Once it travels from being horizontally aligned with your body or vertically aligned with your body, don't travel horizontal with the soap.
Don't go inward.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
Just keep it level.
Yeah.
Keep the soap level.
And again, with that whole soap analogy or whatever I just used, it really depends on like the health of your vagina and like what you need. So you might need a foaming soap from Honey Pot or another brand that you find, but naturally you should just like let your vagine be.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that say?
The do's? Oh, put sweets in that area.
I don't know. Audacity. No way.
The audacity. You know.
Okay, this has to do with like, I guess like sex shops and like these like little kinky things that happen where like you think you could put candy underwear on. Please don't fucking do that. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
Wow. Don't put whipped cream there. Don't put none of that in there unless you want a yeast infection.
Like, even like,
I think on top.
Even like,
because it
travels.
Also, let's just say that like your vagina is one part of this area. Like there's many other.
Open your legs.
And I'm like this area. A lot of like there's not everything is called your vagina down there. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like,
yes.
So
there's
learn about
vulva,
that. Also,
clitoris. There's a lot of things happening.
Things in there. Just don't put anything in that region that is sweet. That will fuck up your pH balance and will
like let's keep it up. Let's keep the fun stuff
up top.
Let's keep it up top, okay, for my sake, for your
like
sake.
Really
spicy things. Oh, don't even get me started on spicy things.
No.
Horror stories. Horror.
That sounds so painful.
It's painful. I will tell you that. It's painful, bitch.
I don't want to know.
I didn't stick a pepper in there or anything, okay? If that's what you're thinking.
You're really trying to get into your Mexican roots there, huh?
I'm like, hey, spice it up. This is not what I meant by spice it up.
Not that kind.
No.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like eat something spicy and then
just wash your hands.
Even then, some spicy
You're
foods
right.
linger.
Just wait. Just fucking wait.
I'm gonna be celibate. I can't.
Anyway, just don't put any like food food things in the.
Your vagina's not food safe. Okay,
it's not food safe. Please don't do it.
It is not food safe.
Some do's, various little list, but
just 2 things.
Suppositories also can be a don't.
It could be
depending back to like depending on what your vagina needs.
Don't just be
putting suppositories in for the funsies of it.
That's not fun.
It's not a fun game. It's very like medical waste and like
medical waste.
You should just chill out. But if you do need the extra support from suppository, don't feel weird about it. Do that shit.
A lot of women use them, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is my thing. I had gone so many years not talking about, like...
vagina health.
I got itches. And I need help. Which is worse. Way worse. Because then you're just figuring it out alone. But instead, you find someone who has the same exact thing as you, and it's all of a sudden like, y'all are sisters. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you do that? Okay, yeah, that works for me, but that doesn't work for me. Like, it's all about community, people. Yeah. Like, if you're listening to this and you're hating on me right now, fuck you.
No, but literally, like, fuck you.
Like, literally, fuck you. Do you have a vagina?
It's just, like, I feel like our generation is in, like, a new space where we're all just, like, really ready to just...
Like, fuck that show taboo. Like, fuck that show.
Fuck that show taboo.
I mean, it was a really good show.
There's some things in there and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of crazy.
Like the ballerina one, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, that's not what it is. They bind their feet in China. Like that one. So that their feet stay small.
Oh, I've read a whole ass book about that.
Right. See, okay.
I forgot what that book's called, but that book is so good. It made me cry.
Not fuck that show, but fuck taboos.
There's this one taboo episode. It's such a tangent. There's one taboo episode where it was about like sex, and there was this country. I don't remember which one.
This cunt.
But I'm a child. There is this episode where this country has like what they call like love huts, and they put like 13-year-old boys and like 10-year-old girls to like, okay, I might have the ages wrong, but they're children,
young
they're babies,
children,
to do the nasty, and it's like a normal thing to their culture, and like,
right,
it's just crazy to me.
It's
I
like,
don't know if that's good or bad. I'm not gonna say anything. It's just like, that's really crazy to.
It's taboo for us.
It's taboo for me. It's
for pretty much everyone in America.
I didn't have sex till I was like 17.
I was 16.
Please, nobody who knows me that like cares about that, like, don't listen. But like,
anybody who cares about me, stop listening right now.
Yeah, I don't think I had sex till I was like 17, maybe 17 and a half, maybe 16.
Were you on the older end of
either 16 and a half or 17?
Well, you turned.
Honestly,
you turned 18 right before you graduated.
Correct. Maybe it was 16 and a half.
You had to have been like 16 then, because I turned 18 right
after
like 3 months after graduation.
Right. Basically, very late in high school, but
yeah,
I was scared. I don't know. Okay. Also, like, my sister, she's like my adopted sister, but I had seen the movie called Kids. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you seen it?
Maybe.
So it's like basically the plot. I'm really going to butcher this, but the plot is basically like about this teenage boy who has HIV and doesn't know it, or does know it and doesn't like tell anybody, but he has sex with like a lot of people in the group, and that those girls also.
It's a Lifetime movie?
No. And then those girls also like go and have sex with other people, and it just shows like the spreading of HIV.
Have you seen Girl Positive? That's a Lifetime one, and it was really good.
Sounds familiar. I've seen a lot of Lifetime movies. I don't remember it, but
it was really good. Anyway.
It's similar like plot line where like, but this movie's very edgy, and like that shit scared the shit out of me. Not to say that like people with HIV nowadays can't have like normally functioning lives and everything, but overall, me just like, I hate getting sick, and like thinking about getting a disease from having sex, that freaked me out.
It scared you, yeah.
So I definitely was like shying away from
Wait, do you think 16's late?
I do think it's late for some. Yeah. I was a June.
You think 16's late?
Listen, I was gonna be a senior like the following year. I feel like everyone had already sex by the time that I was having sex. I had sex for the first time.
Fair enough. I do think everyone I knew had sex before me, but
I think we were like same mindset. Like I had my first, maybe not that, but like I had my first kiss like in
somewhere in high school, somewhere
like
early mid,
going into sophomore year.
Right. Yeah, same.
Okay,
same.
yeah. So yeah, we had like similar timelines.
Not as
vibing.
Not as vibing from across the city.
Literally the city across the district. We went to the same
oh my god,
our high schools were in the same district.
It's so weird. That's a whole other topic anyways.
Anyway.
I don't think 16's that late, but anyways,
I don't think so either, but I definitely felt not necessarily like behind, but I felt like everyone else had already done shit, you know what I mean?
That's crazy. My boyfriend at the time lied that he was a virgin. I found out before we had sex, though.
Anyway.
Yeah. I love 17-year-old boys. Don't take that out of context.
Wait a minute.
Don't take that out of context.
Don't cut that and put that in other things.
Yeah,
because I will find you and play the whole thing. Anyway.
You'd be like the TikTokers for Haley and Justin Bieber. Don't cancel her.
Don't cancel her. Before that conversation happened, there's this whole other conversation. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know what. Anyway, I was
we were
really
supposed
scared.
to be talking about.
I was really scared of sex, is what I was trying to say. And my sister was talking about how she also was very traumatized by that movie, and
she was correct. It's
vibes, like for real. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, it's it's not meant to be like traumatizing, but more like this is the reality. Like you can't just be taking that shit not serious. Anyways, suppositories. How did we get
I don't know.
here?
Suppositories, do them if you need them. Consult a doctor. Consult the internet.
Consult the box of the suppositories you're buying.
Yeah. Kegel balls. Doing Kegels in general, but Kegel balls.
But
do you have any?
No,
I don't either.
But I've heard that you gotta do them correctly.
I was about to say,
you can't just be doing them.
I feel like I've been doing them my entire life wrong. I feel like one of my walls or like one of my sides is a lot stronger than the other. No, for real. I feel like my left side's a little lacking.
Oh my god!
So I want to learn how to do them properly.
No, yeah, I for sure want to invest in some Kegel balls. I think I have a discount somewhere.
I definitely want to do that before like having
children.
A kid.
Oh yeah,
maybe like like a couple months before or a year before start training.
But like it helps in so many other ways. Like it's not just about.
Do tell how.
Like sex.
Oh, well.
What else did you think?
I have different type of sex than you do. So
no, but like the orgasm.
Oh,
not the penetration.
Have you seen this girl on TikTok who has created a vibrator / like just like a toy in general that you put in and it can like read your contractions.
Yeah, and she does it. She does it
and she like this is me on coffee having an orgasm or like me when I'm drunk.
Me on coffee.
It's crazy the difference though. It's really crazy.
Like
how,
she shows like it's just like
yeah, like the orgasms aren't like as powerful. Like she can still orgasm, but like it's not as powerful.
Or she just never did.
It's really crazy how things affect our orgasms.
I think at the end of the day, like, this is not the end of the episode yet, but at the end of the day, I think it's just so crazy how empowering it is as a human with a vagina to know what the fuck is going on with your body. Or just, like, as a human in general, to know what's going on with your body. Like, no matter what you identify as, knowing what the fuck is up, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
No, honestly, I don't know if it's like an age thing where like now we're just more comfortable with ourselves that we're like so open to talking about it. Because maybe like people in their 30s back in the 90s also felt that way. Because I'm thinking like Sex and the City, but it was also so very hush hush back then. And like that didn't benefit anybody, girl. It was filmed a long time ago. And I think women at that time had a very like different way about like talking about sexuality and just like sexual organs and sexual preferences and all that stuff. So I feel like we are in a place where things feel a lot more open to talk about them. Yeah, and I'm just fucking grateful because I feel like I've learned a lot about my own personal health and sexuality through like community and like learning about other people's experiences. So it's really been awesome. I don't know. That's really it. That's a really weird tangent for Kegels. I guess because we were talking about how we found out that Kegels we were doing them wrong.
Like wrong, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think one side of my walls or whatever like is
my walls or whatever
is like a little bit stronger,
a little weaker. One's strong, one's weak.
So we need to maybe practice that. But yeah,
I think definitely do invest in either yourself in terms of just doing it or the balls that help you do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know enough about it, but we just know it's good. Lots of benefits. You should be doing it.
And now for things that like made us feel weird about things. Yeah, fads. Let's start with like vagina steaming.
This one's pretty uncommon, I'd say. Like I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. I've heard 2 people say it.
Yeah, I think
to be fair, I only speak to like 5. So
I think it's a very like when you look up something on the internet, like something that's very common to see. I don't know.
Like a remedy, like a
remedy. Or a treatment of sorts.
Oh, well, that's annoying because I've never seen it. I feel out of the loop.
But steaming your vagina, I feel like it's a fad in a sense because like I don't really know what that does for you. I'm sure it does something, but
I mean, like let's think about a facial steaming. So it like opens the pores. I think like if you have pimples happening or like ingrowns, things we'll be talking about in a minute. But like if you have things like that happening, I could see it being really beneficial. I've heard that doing like a steam with an essential oil or like something, I don't know, vaginal steaming. Who knows?
Who knows if that works?
Let us know in the comments or DM us.
Other fads are very like holistic.
Very holistic.
Shoving garlic up your hoo-ha. Oh, that's another term, hoo-ha. Or coconut oil. Like, huh? Again, your vagina is not food safe. Please don't do this.
Vagina's not food safe.
Honestly, if it worked for somebody, I feel like, wow. Incredible.
I really just don't. I don't think so. I just, no.
The fact that we both have looked up on the internet what to do when like certain issues are arising, yes, and shoving garlic up your hoo-ha was
one of the options.
That's insane to me.
It's just like, it didn't work.
It did not work.
Well, okay, let's say it worked. It really just burned the vagina out of your vagina. Like it just singes you.
It just hurt.
And so, of course, the other problem went away. Because now you're on fire.
Now something else is going on.
Now you got something else happening.
I will say, though, like, if you eat a lot of garlic, things do travel.
Like when diced pineapples situation?
Yep. I don't know if the pineapple situation is true, but I feel like garlic is just such a pungent...
I think the pineapple situation is true.
Oh, you've tasted pussy before? I'm Verla. Like, I don't know if that works.
I think you have to like really give it a lot. Like I overdose on pineapple. Like it's not just like, oh, I had a pineapple today. It's like, no, you ate 3 pineapples whole.
I believe that like your diet definitely makes you
like change your pH.
And the way the things that I can't even talk. I'm drunk. It definitely changes things, I gotta say. I don't know if like the whole pineapple theory is exactly true. I think like if you're eating healthier and eating fruits, you probably have a whole situation happening for you. But garlic is a pungent thing, so I think it like definitely makes things happen. Without being too graphic.
I'm just trying to hit up Rick Ross right now. That's pineapples.
Which
anyways, let us know if you have any experiences with these fads. There's a ton more.
There's so
sure,
many.
But we just thought we'd name a quick, cute few because this episode's already ages long and we're having technical difficulties. So
which is really irritating. Anyway, next, ingrowns. This is not a fad or anything. Like we're moving on.
Yeah.
Ingrowns and shaving. A huge topic, if you ask me, because I didn't know I had to shave my hoo-ha until I was about.
We didn't.
15.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, another story. I know 2 different people in middle school. I didn't know them in middle school. Well, one of them I did, but that's besides the point. But like shaving became a very big topic because of photos. And like all the guys, little boys, I should say.
Wait, what do you mean all the photos? Oh, like people's
nudes?
Like nudes came out?
Yeah, like nudes came out.
Oh.
And I can't, like, recently I found out about someone else in middle school who did this. And like it came out that like, oh my god, she doesn't shave. He. It's such a story, and like whatever. There was other layers to that I'm not gonna get into right now. But anyways, it just was like, for one, I think as a girl, hearing all the guys like make fun of a girl because she didn't shave, it was like, oh, so I need to be shaving.
Yeah, it definitely,
like it's setting the expectation for me.
It set the expectation for sure,
which is like so sad because it's like, I'm sorry. Why didn't us as the girls be like, fuck you?
Yeah. And also not little boys like
literally little
harming our vagina health.
Literally 10-year-old. Well, 11, 12. Like,
Still.
What the fuck? Wow. How have you scarred me for this many years? All of you from middle school, I'm traumatized. Thanks.
Good luck.
I'm just kidding. But I'm serious. Like, how is there going to be 11-year-olds telling me what to do with my vagina?
At the time, that's all we knew.
At the time.
But honestly, yeah, that's really fucked up.
And like, why did I even care at the time? Didn't have a guy see me or touch me there for
and that's the thing.
many years.
I think that like maybe I put up this front that I did all that up until then.
Well, you did all that?
I don't think like anyone ever asked me like, is your shaven? But like
they might have.
Maybe
20 questions, the stupid shit you'd play.
Oh, stupid as fuck. Anyway, but I probably played a front that like, yeah, I did that. But you know, like,
I was queen of like, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but also like I I probably was playing that front, and then not until the girlies said it, I was like, oh wait, that's like what we actually have to do.
You said, wait, we weren't just fucking around?
I was like, we weren't just fucking around, you actually do that shit? And then they're like, yeah, like, you know, I just feel so much cleaner. I'm like, do you?
You're like, wait a minute.
I was like, I feel fine. I'm out here just trimming my shit because I know shit grows, but like, I'm fine with that. And then I remember the first day that I went bald. All right.
Wow, the technical difficulties, y'all. So shaving, yes.
I was saying the first time that I did it was probably really traumatizing because I was like, wow, everything's gone. I probably cut myself and not worth it, I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with that said, ingrowns, sweetie.
Yeah.
You have created some scars for me.
With shaving has come more problems.
Absolutely. So many other problems.
Which could go for lots of areas in your body, but
let me just start by saying that like you grow hair from like, let's just think about like cavemen who were like naked.
Not cavemen.
Okay, back in the day when everyone was naked or
Okay.
mostly like not clothed. Your hair grew in places that needed to protect itself. So like for men and women or people in general, your sexual organs were protected from hair. Your eyeballs are protected from your hair of your eyelashes. Your eyes are still protected by your eyebrows. You know, like your scalp.
Is something really interesting right now.
What?
Like, why is it okay for men to have pubic hair, but like, it's not really covering much. Like
it's still protruding.
Like the thing is still out. But for women, it's like, oh, no,
that reminds me of that tweet. It's like that man said. Some man tweeted like ladies, I love my pussy shaven, and then someone responded. A girl responded to him and was like, shave your pussy then.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shave it then, king. If you have a pussy, pull it out and shave it.
Not the P word, bitch.
Next topic. This one makes us laugh just because I mean honestly this could get really serious, but some people have like a lot of allergies, just like we have allergies to our our immune system.
Say nuts?
I was gonna say our nose, but our nuts. No,
a nut allergy.
Like for example, I'm allergic to cats. I sneeze. You know what I mean?
Your coochie sneezes?
But maybe my coochie sneezes. No, not that. Don't get a cat near that next to your cooter cat.
Oh my god.
But people have allergies, like for example, latex.
Right.
Very common in condoms
and
in other like sex products.
How upsetting. I think the first time you're gonna have sex.
Oh yeah.
How upsetting. Like, I'm pissed.
You have like a yeast infection right away.
What even happens? Like, you just have a whole puff redness situation, I guess?
I think you'd probably flare up a little bit, yeah.
But like, the first
depending
time,
on how allergic you are to latex, you know what I mean?
And like the first time you have no idea what to expect, so maybe you're just like, this is normal, and you do it a few times.
You're like, wow, sex is painful.
Everyone's like, shouldn't hurt that much.
You're like, what?
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so latex is an issue for a lot of people, and I don't know how you really like find that out. I mean, maybe put like a latex glove on. I don't know, girl.
Does that count?
I think so, yeah.
Can you have a latex allergy but just there?
I think maybe. So I would maybe just like try some things out. I don't know.
Experiment.
On your own. Or just go get tested maybe. I think that's something maybe you can get tested for. But that is something. And then also some people are allergic to sperm.
Or cum. I don't. Is sperm the correct term for that? Because I think sperm is just the little guys that swim, but cum is more like the viscosity of the situation that came out.
Like the puddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some people are allergic to the things that come out of a penis. And
that's another
whole problem. I've tend to found, not personal reasons, but I've tend to found that like it could be either the person's diet who has a penis and hasn't been eating really weird things, or has bad like eating issues.
Eating issues.
I meant to say like poor like diet. Or it could just be like you're generally just like their stuff is like too acidic for your vagine or too whatever, you know what I mean? Like pH runs on both ends. So like if your pH levels aren't like
he's
matching,
his pH is too basic for you.
His pH is too basic, girl, gotta move on. Just kidding.
That's not fair. He can't control that. Maybe.
I mean, maybe you can help him control that, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe you can help him figure it out.
But That's a very real thing, and I feel like I've heard that from multiple people.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. I don't know.
I don't know what you do with that information. If you know anyone with that allergy.
I would maybe, like, with latex thing, you could probably figure that out. I think there's, like, non-latex condoms.
The cum factor.
But the cum factor, I'm not really sure. I think you could probably maybe try different diets with each other.
Speak to a doctor.
I
got nothing.
Get things figured out, you know?
I got
Have
nothing.
somebody to mediate what the fuck's going on here.
A nutritionist? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a nutritionist. That might be a good idea.
We're going to finish this episode.
Guys, I'm so sorry. It's been really hard to get this audio thing to work. But anyways, we're struggling. We hope that this video and this episode in general was either informative or really entertaining. Yeah, we want to get into more topics that are like a little more like not niche but like more specific like this. So like, let us know what you like. I think we both really want and have fun discussing this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, I hope you had a good time, and we're gonna wrap this up. But go follow us on Instagram. Go follow us on all of like the Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Can't talk.
YouTube, everything. We want to see you guys in season 6, and the more you support us, the more it helps us. Not that we plan on stopping regardless, but we appreciate the love and the follows and the comments. They're very helpful. So